Hello, and welcome back. As you can see, I'm outdoors once again, a familiar location. A very peaceful evening here and now. And that's what this video is about. The missing component for many of us in our lives. The attention to here and now. The only real thing in your experience. In today's society, day and age, it's very common to spend most of your time, if not maybe all, definitely most, for at least Western society, to spend most of your time thinking about where you want to be, planning for the future, or imagining your past situations and how they relate to who you are, how your past makes you you, and who you want to be in the future. You see, what's missing in life for most people is a sense of fulfillment. We are so busy getting to the next location, the next thing, that we don't take enough time to simply enjoy what we're experiencing right here, right now. I read a few times on Instagram, some posts on Instagram, learn to rest, not to give up. Having meditated on this and gone through the struggle of that reality myself, learning how to rest. You could imagine a mountain climber after spending so much effort reaching to the top of a mountain, and when he reaches the top, him settling down and just taking it all in. And this is an experience that from time to time every human will go through, not realizing the value in this, not realizing that this is the missing component in our lives which would lead us to feel more complete, a more sense of you have what you need, you have so much more than you think you should have. If a person could give themselves permission to slow down their thought processes, find the space between a thought, and to simply rest in that moment before a new thought arises and just after one passed. If someone, a person, if we could allow ourselves to feel this more often and to rest in it. This is where the peace of God, this is where all peace comes from, the here and the now. I talk about this often in some of my videos, the peace that's always there. When you're living your life in anticipation, there's a certain sense of anxiety that builds. And when you live your life in the past, you can experience regret, guilt, and all kinds of other feelings that are really nothing more than a thought that you're overthinking, like a friend that you invite over that you don't really want, and they always overstay their welcome and they eat all your food. And all this time you invited them. The only thing that's real is this moment. It's not to say you can't use your brain to reach a goal. But when you forget to enjoy the simple things in life, the wind on your skin, just the sensation of your breath even, then you end up losing yourself in your thoughts. And your thoughts are nothing more than that, your thoughts. Of course, thoughts can become real, but in the time that, that they're in your mind till they become manifested here in this 3D world, they're nothing more than illusions. And even oftentimes when it does manifest, we spend more time in a prideful state of mind and thinking about the achievement, and we spend more time stroking our ego than we do actually enjoying the thing we manifested, the thing we created. And enjoying the thing you create is not what I'm talking about either. I'm speaking about learning to rest. Sometimes it's just as important to give your mind a break, to give your body a break, to learn to enjoy your surroundings. Like that mountain climber at the summit, taking it all in. And that's really the missing component in today's day and age. If we had a class in school called Taking It In, we could develop this habit of just slowing the mind down for a minute. So much more clarity would come to us. Did you know that scientists say that their greatest insights don't come when they're thinking about it or a problem, but when they're at rest, when their minds are at rest, and oftentimes actually not even thinking about the problem. Pow! This new insight comes in out of the blue, it seems. The mind is a type of mechanism. You could almost think of it like a computer, that there's a on cycle and an off cycle, and during the on cycle there's too much noise for anything new to come in. It's like the brain can't do the two things at once. It can't be creative and enjoy something and also be lost in furious projections of the future or the past. The here and the now is not moment, 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 moment. It's a flow. And in the flow of this now, this now, this now, this constant now, which you're always in, is ever changing. The pace is much slower too, so it makes it difficult for a mind that's accustomed to a fast pace to slow down. But what can you do, I guess? I just want to remind everyone that you do have a choice. And the things that I talk about in these videos, it's not something that you think about. Give it a try. See if you can rest your attention right here and right now. See if you can just keep it there for a while. And then see how you feel. You might notice your mind come in and say, oh, but I better get this done. The mind will feel almost as though it's wasting time when you're enjoying time, if you will, the now. But then what's the point of getting all these goals and achievements if you can't take a minute to enjoy them? What are you doing? Just going from one thing to the next? And then you get to the end of your life and you say, I wish I would have taken a bit more time to just enjoy the things that I had. So take a moment for yourself. Learn to rest. See for yourself. And you never know what you might find. Wherever you are around the world, whatever time it is that you're watching this, mosquito in my head. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Peace.